Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Caspa coin. Now, you know me that I am high on Caspa, and I do believe it is going to do well this cycle. I think it's actually going to do really well this cycle. I know some people are kind of 50-50 on it. I know some people don't know where the hell it's going to go. But personally, I do believe Caspa will get the recognition and sunshine it needs. Okay. This is a coin that is going to be scaling and evolving, right? Whether or not we're going to be listed on more exchanges, right? Which is pretty much Coinbase, Binance. I'm sure there's another one, maybe crypto.com even. Uh, you know, I know there's a couple more, right? This coin has a lot of potential. Okay. This coin already is at 2.4 billion market cap. It's already ranked 43 in the whole entire world. It already has 133 million volume despite not being listed on some of the biggest exchanges, a lot of mid-tier, mid to high tier exchanges, right? There's money, there's accumulation happening with Caspa. We know recently, maybe you don't know, but we went from 1 BPS, right? 1 BPS to 10 BPS for Caspa. It literally became 10x the coin it was previously. And the crazy thing is, this is just the start. Eventually, it's going to go from 10 BPS to 100 BPS. Then it's going to go from 100 to 250. So from the initial 1 BPS, it is going to scale 250 times. Okay. And from where we are right now, it's still going to scale another 25 times. Right? Is it going to happen over the next 3 months, 6 months? No, but it's going to happen. This is why the bag I hold with Caspa, I'm chilling, right? I'm chilling. Even in an event of where Caspa is underwhelming this cycle, for me, this is a coin that I could just keep on putting money into it and kind of treat it like the S&P 500. Okay, really, I really can't, because this coin is going to be scaling. It has so much upside potential in the project and fundamentals itself. And like I said, we are still not listed on a lot of exchanges. Okay. And of course, there's always could be some type of collaborations, some type of partnerships we're not even aware about, some type of innovation. Like there's so much upside that I am personally super high on Caspa. I know, right? If you held Caspa from, let's say, 2023 until 2024, right, you probably could make like what, 2 to 3x for like the average person that, watches videos. And, it was an underwhelming year for Caspa, right? Because a lot of coins did do some very crazy multipliers, right? A lot of coins did do consistently 5, 7, 10, 15, 20x, while Caspa just pretty much did like a 2x on average, right? 2 to 2.5x. All right, we could see that practically from this point, like even if you got in at 5 cents before the big pump, you could have made, 4x. But then practically ever since, late 2023 and, beginning of 2024, you only really could have made like 80, 90% on a average consistent basis at best, right? At best. So I understand why people feel a certain type of way with Caspa. I really, really do. But in terms of technology and the scaling ability in multiple aspects, you cannot deny it, right? It is undeniable. Now, let's talk about the price action. We can see, ladies and gentlemen, that we have been covering this, right? We pretty much said that we were in this zone. We were looking to go and retest off of this. We did, right? We retested it. We sold off for a day or two. No problem. Why? Because we were again consolidating, and now we pushed above this zone over here of 9 cents. We can see on the daily that we are retesting, right? Now, this may be a 1 day retest. This may be, 2 or 3 more days, but ultimately we are looking to be retesting off of this. And once we kind of confirm that we are looking to hold, we will be bursting very quick, at least to 10 cents, right? So it is going to be a decent rise from even this price now, upwards of 20%. And the reason why I say it should be kind of quick, upwards of 20%, is because we can see that this whole area is the next big relevant zone. We know that this is a very, very big demand zone, right? As of right now, it is a resistance. But once we flip this, and I do believe we will flip this, and I do believe when we do flip this, that this is going to be the final time that we ever go below like the 10 and 9 cent mark. I do believe once we reclaim this territory up here, I do believe that is going to be it, that we will never see this price unless we're talking about bear season potentially. Okay. Right. I do really do believe that, right? When we go on something like the monthly still looks fantastic, right? We can see we do have these lows over here, and we do have a higher low on the monthly. So everything does suggest that we are going to be pushing to the upside. Okay. Like I said, this is the next big massive zone we are looking to overtake. And once again, I do believe once we do overtake it, that we are going to be chilling. Now we do have a little bit of a wick here, so we could see a small reaction off of 13 cents, right? Once we get to like 13 cents, we could see us try to retest back, go down, potentially wick to 10 cents. But overall, we should be kind of just looking to accumulate and burst up higher and higher. Once we kind of hold this, right, the next relevant target will be this 19.5 cent zone, right? We will be looking to reclaim all-time highs. Now, I will say right away that once we do reclaim all-time highs, I would not be surprised if there's some type of fake out initially, right? Just so we take out the liquidity from July, right? Just so we take out the liquidity from July, probably go back down, right? Boom, do a little fake out to the downside, and then have the big fun, right? And then have the big fun. You know, if you've been following this channel for a while, but I believe Kaspa is going to be one of those coins that should be hitting that 35 to 45 billion market cap zone. So even just right now, a 10x is 24 billion market cap, which would be 91 cents, right? And if we were to 20x, yes, it is a little bit over, right? It is at 48 billion market cap, but that's $1.80, which is why I believe, anywhere from $1.50 to $1.70 is going to be more than realistic this cycle. I do think though, Caspa is one of those coins that if there are going to be, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins that hit upwards of 100 billion market cap, it is going to be, right, Caspa, right? It might require a double pump. I do not know, but I do think that Caspa is next level. And when, the big whales and the institutions start really adopting the technology, right, Caspa is going to be a top 10 coin consistently at the bare minimum. All right. I'm just saying this right now. So, we could even see upwards of $3 this cycle, right? Before everything just sells off. And that is the reality. That is the reality. I know it's hard to believe that since price action has been kind of mediocre, but something else I have to understand is that all of this, especially, all of this price action from, generally here to here is accumulation. Technically, even this counts, right? But all of this is accumulation. This is just one big buildup for a huge rally that no one is expecting. But yeah, ultimately, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want more Caspa content, highly recommend subscribing to the channel. Likes, comments, views show me an indication whether or not people are interested in Caspa content. And yeah, love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.